What's up, Facebook? I'm gonna be sharing something here in a minute. And wait for a couple people to hop on here. I got something. It's something I want to share with you as I'm sitting out here doing yard work. You know, been suffering under a little physical attack this week, but feeling better today. And I'm out. You want your applesauce, baby? Okay. You want me to open it? Okay. Hang on there. You say hi? No. You don't want to say hi? No. Okay. Well, I gotta point the camera at something while I'm trying to open your applesauce. Wow, baby, what'd they do to this applesauce this time? Hang on, y'all. I'll get back on here. Woo, there we go. Here you go, baby. Those little applesauce pouches are kind of difficult to open one-handed. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing a little better today, and you know, so I need to move because like this week I haven't moved much, and so we went to the store, went and cleaned the church up and stuff, and then come back home, and I've got some yard work that's just kind of being neglected a little bit, and so like this is a few weeks ago. So we got this big bush that I had trimmed up. I mean, man, it was like overgrown, like out where I couldn't even like open the gate all the way, and so I trimmed it up. But I don't have like a wood chip or anything, so I just kind of like laid all the stuff out here on the side of the driveway, and it's dried up. And I said, well, it might be cheaper than renting like a wood chipper or getting a landscaper. It might be better to you know, just kind of burn some stuff. We don't have much restrictions where I'm at, but you know, so what and I know, like, you know, you're not supposed to start you know, like use green stuff to, you know, start a fire because it crackles and it smokes a lot, but it goes by fast, because that's what I want to show you. Okay, so I got so I'm taking like little bits at a time of this stuff, and you'll see like this. Now this is a lot more green than the other stuff, but see, it catches real quick. Okay, watch, there's some spiritual significance to this. See, it catches real quick and it just blazes up. Okay, it blazes up like real high, and there's a big show, and like, man, like it just did this one. The stuff was real dry, and man, it's just like, oh, it's like a beautiful like orb of fire. It's just so awesome to look at. But what happens, as you can see, like almost as soon as it blazes up, it dies right back down. And I feel like that there's some Christians like that they'll catch a spark of, you know, some spiritual significance, you know, some Jonathan Edwards back in the day called it spiritual affections. Okay, many times, like, you know, people since Cane Ridge have, you know, called it revival, right? So they'll catch a little revival, which that's what it is. It's breathing life, you know, because that's when you know, when the dry bones come, right? So he said, speak to the winds, right? And so you know, that's what happened, you know, on the day of Pentecost. The great winds came blowing, right? And so that's what happens, right? The wind blows, there's a spark, and then the wind blows, and then a big flame pops up. And the problem is, see, there's people that their strength in the word, because of their abiding in the vine, okay, they haven't gotten too close to the root yet, into the trunk, and so they're just like these little twigs, right? They're just like these little twigs that as soon as they catch fire, then they go up in a blaze, but then they get snuffed out almost as soon as they catch fire. And so what I'm saying is, if you have like I don't have one around here, but if you got like a big old stump, you know, and you build like a little fire, and you just like chop out a little bit in the middle of it, and you build a fire inside of that stump, then what happens, like, man, that thing can burn for days. You know, and like if you ever been winter camping, like you learn how to do things like that to keep the fire burning for a long time, right? And so, like, that's what I'm saying. We need people with more strength, more weight, more girth in the spirit, so that we can burn longer. Okay, so that you can burn longer, because you know, like an evangelist will come through and he'll bring a fire with him, right? But then, so you see, it's up to the church to keep that fire burning. The local church to keep that fire burning, right? And so it's you've got to, Leviticus 6:13, I think, says to always to keep the fire ever burning on the altar, right? To always keep the fire burning on the altar. And so in order to keep that fire burning on the altar, that's why you need to be plugged in to a local church. And hey, Miss Marilyn, God bless you. And you need to to have pastors and leaders and just brothers and sisters around you to keep you encouraged in the Word, to keep that fire burning, to throw in another log on the fire. Because if you're just like a little bush of twigs, then you're going to burn out real fast. Okay, but you need to have some strength and you need to have some weight. And so, if you are watching this and you are not, you're not in fellowship with a local church, and you can come to our church tomorrow morning. But if you're not, from around here, if you go to neverforgettheblood.org/respond, then our ministry, we can help you get connected to a church in your area. But anyway, keep the fire burning. You don't want to be like these twigs that it'll burn up real. It'll, like, watch this. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of like cleaning up some yard work today. It was left over from the other time. Hey there, Richard. So see what happens. There's coals that are smoldering down there, and then these little twigs, like, they'll catch fire real quick. And then, hey, brother Chris, Pastor, God bless you. So these little twigs, they'll catch fire real quick, and then you just watch this. Now it's going to be like, these flames are huge, and it's a big show. It's a big display, right, of the power of this fire. But you just watch this for a few minutes. Let's time it. Where are we going right here? I don't know. I can't get my timer up. But you see how quickly it just dies right back down. As soon as it went into a blaze, it dies right back down. And so you need to have the weight in the spirit. You can't be like these little twigs. Okay, you need to have the weight, and how you get that is by getting the Word in you, and how you get the Word in you is by being a part of a local church. Okay, and by always having, hey bud, you want to say hi? And by being a part of a local church, you get strengthened, you get weight built up. Okay, building yourselves up, right, in the most holy faith. And it's by obviously your personal prayer life, your personal devotion life. But you also need to have your brothers and sisters, because, friends, ain't none of us got all the light. Ain't none of us got all the truth. Not everybody's got the whole loaf. We each got a little slice, and we each contribute. And so, as you study church history, you'll see that like what happened, just in the first few centuries, that what happened, it was no longer the body that was operating in ministry together, but it became passive spectators watching a performance on a platform. And then you get unregenerate people creeping in, and in leadership even, to where they say, well, yeah, everything's fine as long as you put your coin in the coffer on the way out. But it's never meant to be that way, where it's just you come and you just passively spectate what's going on the platform, and then, you know, just where you just receive and receive. No, like it's supposed to be the body working together. Okay. And like, yes, there's the universal body of the church, but there's also the, you know, like the individual local members of the body, which, so, you know, you've got like your, you know, an individual body of Christ would be a local church. So you need one another to strengthen you up, so that like, yes, because you will go through affections where you're cold. Well, stand next to the fire. That's what we're talking about. So as you, because see these little twigs, like you can put it on the coals and they'll catch flame real quick. But as soon as it's like, if you're not built up in strength in the Spirit, in the Word, and in faith, then you'll burn out quickly. Okay, and so, you know, like, but you don't need to always have, like, you know, this hoopla and the sensationalism come through all the time, because, you know, there's people like, you know, oh, we're just going to chase revival, you know, like, you know, so-and-so's in town and all that. And like, that's fine, you know, but it's, you know, as you grow personally in the Word, in the Spirit, by being a part of a local church with, you know, elders and brothers and sisters that build you up and hold you up, like Moses, you know, I mean, even the great Moses, he had to have help, right? I mean, Jethro, his father-in-law, told him about that, but even at that one battle, he had to have and Aaron holding his arms up. Okay, so, you know, you're not meant to do this walk alone, because even God Himself is a community in the Trinity. God is a community in Himself. You were made in the image of God. You were built for community. So if you want to keep the fire going on the altar, you must be a part of a local church. God bless you all. If you want any information on how you can get connected to a local church, just send me a DM after this. God bless you. Bye-bye.